What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. And I think we can all agree, none of us really give a damn about the Oscars. Okay, we really don't. Talking about the Oscars this year, some people believe is the objective to all of the controversy that has surrounded it, but I beg to differ. The Oscars have always been a symbol of glamour and status and class and all of that stuff. These things that we're seeing today, more than anything, symbolize the fall of the Oscars from grace. And if that's what the producers of this show wanted, well, it just is a sign, like I said before, that the Oscars are nothing like what they were intended to be. Okay, so they're not supposed to be the MTV Movie Awards. The MTV Movie Awards, that's something that's known for stunts and staging things to get more eyes on it and everything. But like I said, if that's the route that they want to go to with the Oscars, it's a sad thing. It's a very sad thing. And I was just talking about this with my loving mom. She was talking about it like she remembers the days when it was supposed to be glamour. She was talking about how the women dress these days and how everything's so revealing, and she was like really disgusted by that. But one of the things that she was the most disgusted by was not what happened with the Will and Chris Rock thing. It was something else that people are not talking about. I just want to shine some light on this because, of course, I didn't see it when it first happened because I wasn't watching the Oscars. Okay, I was watching Walking Dead, something else that nobody else cares about, right? But I still watch it, right? But anyway, so she pointed out that apparently there was this skit by the actress Regina Hall, okay? Because, the Oscars were hosted by Amy Schumer, the other funny-looking chick, Wanda Sykes, and Regina Hall. Okay, so Regina Hall did, in other words, two unfunny so-called comedians and a comedic actor, all right, which would be Regina Hall, who is gorgeous, man. I'd love to. Anyway, so Regina Hall, okay, she did this skit where she said that she was doing COVID screening, and she called a list of so-called eligible bachelors up to the stage for COVID testing. Okay, so she brought them up there and said she was going to do the testing. And what happened from there was extremely cringe. Okay, so we're going to talk about this, guys, because it was actually highlighted in the Daily Mail. Okay, so we're going to look at this and you guys tell me, was it just fun or is it showing yet another double standard in Hollywood? Okay, so here it is on the Daily Mail. And the headline says, "The double standard is laughable. Regina Hall is lambasted for a cringe-inducing COVID skit where she patted down Hollywood's hottest single guys." Oh, yeah. Okay, so it says here, Academy Awards host Regina Hall is being blasted over her hypocritical COVID skit that was riddled with sexual innuendos and double standards. Hall's controversial sketch features some of Hollywood's hottest eligible bachelors being rounded up for random, intimate backstage COVID testing. Now, I actually saw the clip, and I'm going to leave it in the comment section. I'm going to pin it in the comment below so you guys can see the article, and that video is included in the article so you can judge for yourself. The actress then pulled out a list featuring her alleged celebrity crushes, calling Bradley Cooper, Tyler Perry, Timothy Chalamet, and Simu Liu to the stage. Hall then informed the celebrity heartthrobs that she would be swabbing them with her tongue backstage. And she says, "I don't want any of you to worry. It's going to be a typical quick COVID test. You'll come backstage, take your mask off if you have one, take off your clothes." Hall, who earlier in the show announced that she was single, told the Oscars audience, "No, simple. I'm going to swab the back of your mouth with my tongue. And we're just going to do some other freaky stuff, which I will record for Academy protocol. Really, this isn't up to me." She then called on 24-year-old Euphoria actor Jacob Elordi, reiterating that she was aware he was of legal age. She claimed he tested positive for COVID and would need to take a deep PCR test. Now, she's got to be something like late 40s, 50s, and she's talking to a 24-year-old talking about he's of legal age and he's going to have to take a deep PCR test. You know what I mean? That is implying something that is really, really taboo, man, especially in Hollywood. Why would you make a joke like that in Hollywood? You know, where you are, victimizing someone who is considerably younger than you. I guess this doesn't happen in Hollywood, right? English broadcaster Piers Morgan, along with several other social media users, hit back at Hall, alleging the skit was hypocritical. Interesting to see a female celebrity make lewd sexual jokes about male stars and physically grope them on stage. And she was, guys. She was getting like all up in between their legs, like grabbing the jewels, like patting them down, all types of stuff, And of course, if it were a male who were doing this, you wouldn't hear anything about it. I mean, you hear everything about it. Hollywood would be blowing up. It would be on fire. We'd be like Chris and Will Who at this point, Of course, if a man did that, he'd be immediately canceled. The double standard is laughable. The COVID pat down was not funny and uncomfortable to watch. Double standards are not cute. Of course, the COVID pat down, she's making a joke of COVID, knowing how many people have had their lives impacted by this, how many people have died off of this, all the controversy surrounding the treatment of this. But of course, Hollywood can make fun of this because they never lived by those standards like the rest of us. You know what I mean? They're not like us. Whenever you see them, they do whatever they want. So of course, to them, it's a big joke. They didn't lose the last 2.5 years of their lives. The common people did, like us. So it says also, among the alleged double standards involving relationship statuses of the men on Hall's COVID list, the Girls Trip star called on Javier Bardem before remembering he's still tied to actress Penelope Cruz. Javier Bardem, are you married? Oh, you're still with Penelope. You know what? Actually, no. Your test is fine. It says you're married. I mean negative. To laughter. Okay. So Bardem and Cruz were both seen laughing during the encounter. Of course, everybody thought it was just the funniest thing in the world. It's Hollywood, right? The double standards. Now, here's where it gets interesting also, guys. Okay, there's another Will Smith moment here. The actress also poked fun at Will and Jada's alleged relaxed relationship, insisting that Jada Pinkett Smith okayed it. She says, Will Smith, you're married, but you're on the list, Hall stated. Looks like Jada approved it. So you, get on up here. Get on up here. Now, of course, Will Smith didn't go. He waved his hands apparently to decline the offer while Jada was smiling and clapping. Okay, so I guess this is one of those situations where it's okay to put my wife's name in your effing mouth. Okay, so it's okay for a female, I guess, to put Jada's name in her effing mouth. And it's okay for August Alsina, the guy who got into the entanglement with Will's wife, to put her everything in his mouth. But for some reason, Chris Rock can't do it. Okay, got it. All right. So guys, as you can see, this is the reason why nobody cares about the Oscars, because nobody cares about Hollywood, because Hollywood is a bunch of hypocrites. Okay? And it's time that we stopped paying attention to Hollywood. All they want to do is wag their fingers at us and preach and virtue signal with us. But for them, anything goes. Okay? So you have, something like 5 guys up on stage in front of everybody getting fondled on the same stage that they drug Bill Cosby, they drug Weinstein. If it's wrong, and it is wrong, if it's wrong on one side, why would this be the source of comedy on this side? Okay? To me, it shouldn't be. All right, but you can get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this. All right, was this hypocritical? Was this cringeworthy? Or was it just a joke? I mean, I'll take it as a joke if it could go both ways, all right? But since it can't just be a joke to me. But let me know in the comment section, guys. As always, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. And once again, if you want to catch that clip, it's in the pinned comment below. Catch me on Twitter, Rumble, Odyssey. I'm out there, guys. Thanks for listening. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.